Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Okay, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Yes, happy Tuesday. I know I'm late. You hear me? I am late. You know why? I got home late and just the day has been a day. And I had to get a thumbnail together. I had to download stuff and whatnot. Okay, we are here together as a family. Okay, I hope y'all can all hear me. Okay, coming in loud and clear and whatnot. Okay. Look, I had some other content up earlier. I did a quick little talk about Tyler that I thought was funny that I just shared on TikTok. Okay. We had a little conversation about the basketball wives and them and whatnot. That's up as well. Just different talks and stuff. So you know, you get a chance to go watch whatever else is on my channel, child. We are here today. I am here. Okay. Look, I got home late and then I ordered a wig. Right? And the wig came. And so I was in here trying on the wig and whatnot. And then I forgot what time it was because it was already late. And I was like, child, you can take too much time. But I ordered a headband wig from TikTok Shop because it is hot here in Michigan. And sometimes I don't feel like combing my hair. I just don't. And I don't always want to have braids. Sometimes I want my hair just be just out or whatever. And so I bought a headband because I was trying that on. And then just kind of lost track of time and whatnot. Okay, we are here together. Okay, it's 9:39. Look, this is not going to be a long live because it's not much to even discuss. I had to rush and get a thumbnail together. Okay, I had to just rush and say, do something simple. Okay, try to make the colors match a little bit. Even if that ain't Porsha face no more, still use it because the red is close to the orange. Okay, just do that right now. You know, Diddy thinks he won, so put him in the middle. Okay, Tyler's hiding behind R. Kelly for some reason or not. I don't know why. Okay, so I said, girl, do something simple around there. Okay, and that's what I did. I put my lifter back on. I put my hair back up in a bun. Okay, because I took my hair down because I was putting on a little wig. Okay, but anyway, we here. Okay, I really want to look. The foolishness is all I can say. Okay, I just feel like I was also eating some watermelon. Why my phone not beeping? It's so weird. Charlie got this new old phone and it's stupid. I don't. It made me mad. Anyway, people being foolish. Our brother Kelly think he's being killed in prison. Diddy is out here being Diddy in trial. Okay, Tyler is getting accused of things around here. We're gonna get into it. And so, yeah. Okay, so again, I'm happy y'all here tonight. I know I'm late. I am late because it was supposed to be at 9. I then pushed it to 9:15. And then pushed it to 9:25. I didn't come on camera until 9:38. Okay, but thank y'all for kicking it with me. My hair blowing and it's making me irritated. But yeah, hi. Okay, I'm here. Y'all here. We here. We are a happy family and stuff. Y'all make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I think that's the thing, right? I'll be forgetting. But yes, okay, yeah. Turn out a whole day. Got my eyes in my eye. A whole dance routine off the intro. That's cute. You gotta record it and send it to me. Okay, I'm going blind in 1 hour or something. I don't know. But hi to the people. Okay, it's been a lot. Okay, yeah. Look, I was busy at work. I posted 2 videos this morning. I did a car conversation. I did a TikTok, a 10-minute TikTok that I then shared to my YouTube. Okay, I had to, y'all know it's Tuesday, tacos, titties, and tequila. Can't do that. Work is crazy for reasons unknown. My eye is going crazy. I think it's the weather, and allergies, or maybe it's a little piece of hair. I don't know, but I want to get into the things, and then I want to go chill out. Okay, but hi to the people. Y'all give a round of applause for him. He is the CEO of the sports and whatnot department at JayLeesCorner. Okay, so we appreciate him around here all the time and whatnot. Okay, he is paid how he's paid. But anyway, okay, hi to everybody. Okay, I want to get to share my screen because I feel like I want to quickly get to fussing about the people. Okay, and the quicker I get to my share screen, the quicker I can fuss people out and I can get to to the Diddy and them and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, and it's a couple of dumb stories around here too. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like with the celebrity idiots around here, we also have regular idiots around here. So sometimes you have to give credit to the regular idiots around here. And speaking of regular idiots, I feel like when I saw this post, y'all know I'm not a political person at all. No, I don't discuss politics like that around here. Okay, when I seen that a cold 45 voting Hispanic woman is pleading that her daddy, okay, will be released from wherever he is, I was just like bitty bitty bum bum. It popped in my head. Okay, I feel like don't cry for me, Argentina, because you knew what it was from the get go. And anyone complaining about what Trump did to their family members, but they voted for Trump, the child, I don't care. So I just wanted to sing to her, bitty bitty bum bum, is your fault. Okay? I don't care. Okay? You made a choice and voted for you voted for, and now your daddy has to pay the price. That's your fault. Don't If you put a penis in a vagina with no condom and a baby pops out, that's your fault. You knew what was going to happen. It was warning signs. If you put a penis in a vagina, it is a good chance a baby will pop out. If you don't want no baby, don't put the penis in a working vagina. If you did not want your Hispanic daddy put out the country, why vote for someone who don't like people like you? Okay, you put a penis in a vagina. That's your fault. I can't help you, ma'am. Sorry, me speaking no English. Okay, I can't help you. But I think there's many people around the world who are saying these same things that, oh my God, I didn't know. I would have made different choices had I known. Now my puppy, okay, is deported and he's ill. Your fault. I don't feel bad. I don't. I don't. May your daddy rest in peace in Guatemala or wherever he was sent to. Y'all, I haven't read this. I don't want to. I'm not reading this shit. I don't care. Let's listen.
No one deserves to go through something like this behind bars.
Wah.
He has lived in Florida for more than half his life and worked for the same construction job for many decades. Every day that goes without him here is a day lost forever. This is about being human, about love, connection, and presence. The one thing he needs the most is the one thing that we're being kept from giving him, which is us.
You know, Caucasian tears, Hispanic tears. Cinco de Mayo is holiday time, holiday time, holiday time. Cinco de Mayo is holiday time in Mexico. What you want us to do? What Code 45 was a penis entering a fertile vagina. Boom, there's the baby. Okay, even if you did not want no baby, you got a baby. So again, bitty bitty bam bam, Feliz Navidad or whatever else. Okay, don't come crying to me, Argentina. I said what I said. Stupidness all around the world. Okay. Cinco de Mayo is holiday. I promise you this. In Mexico. Come up here crying to me. You better go over around there. Go over around there. You're up here crying. Tears, glasses on and off. Oh my God. My daddy is ill. He's gonna die. Okay. And he was detained and now they won't let him loose. You know, no one. Well, guess what? Stop putting penises in fertile vaginas if you don't want children. Okay, it's like, you haven't been, you thought you was exempt, and that's what you get. Because if you don't know, Jane Clayton told us that Cinco de Mayo is holiday time in Mexico. Bitty bitty bam bam. Anyway, next up, Atlanta strip club worker accused of a DUI hit and run that killed an elderly businessman went to work after the crash. I hate drunk drivers, and I'm a firm believer in. I feel like there is a difference between somebody who had a drink or two and is still sober. They can actively drive home because liquor, affects them differently versus people who know they can't drink. They know they can't handle their liquor. They know after one drink they drunk and they should not be driving. So when you around here hitting people, okay, Porsha Taylor, 30 years old, she's in jail with no bond because she killed a pedestrian in the DUI hit and run crash, and then kept going on as if she did not hit someone. Since she was under the influence of drugs and alcohol when she left her shift at Candyland Strip Club, okay, in downtown Atlanta. The speed through the intersection, she was at Peachtree and Baker. She hit a 71-year-old man. He's dead now because of her. Again, you can't be drinking and driving. I don't know how else. I told y'all I drove drunk one time One time, and I have never, and I did. It was the one time I drove drunk when I was. How old was I? Was I 30 yet? I don't. I was. Child. Him. When was we at the place together? What year was that? This had to be around 2013, either 2013, 14, maybe 2014. So around 10, 11 years ago. Okay, was leaving work downtown Detroit. We went to me and my coworkers all went to a little club, little bar called Mix downtown. Went down there. I had not ate all day. Drinks was like cheap, like $5 for, and it was strong drinks. A long time ago. You hear me? Okay, long time ago, and was down there drinking at Mix. And they gave you the good liquor, the strong liquor, but they did not have food. And that is a mistake. You know what I'm saying? And was hammered. Was hammered. Okay. And I knew I was hammered. Fully aware. Okay. And I said, girl, roll down your windows, take the street, drive slow, because you're intoxicated. I called my mama, was like, Mama, I'm driving home. I need some food. Because it was like, as I was driving, I was like, you're drunk, Jaylee. You're drunk, Jaylee. Okay. And I said, I need to get some food in my system. And I drove to a Coney Island, got me a chili cheese fry and some wing dings. Ate 2 bites of the chili cheese fries, ate 2 wing dings or something like that. Because I said the soak up the liquor. I made it home, but I was fully aware I was drunk, and I took the precaution. I should not have drove. That I know for a fact. However, I was like, no, if you're gonna drive slow. Okay, be aware. Okay, take the street, not the freeway, because it was a straight shot down grass shit from downtown to where I was going. And said, and I was like, I'm not, you can't be drunk driving as if you normal. That ain't thing to do at all. So that was the first and only time I ever was like, but I knew I was drunk, and I said, be smart. Don't be speeding. Okay, don't cut the heat on. Roll the windows down. Okay, don't blast the music. You have to be aware of your surroundings. She around here just drunk, hitting people. Okay, leaving a strip club. Okay, they said, okay, so she hit the one person, they dead. Boom. She did not stop. Fled the scene, drove 20 miles away, caused the second crash. Okay, she still didn't stop. Okay, was pulled over later on. Child, I said she had tequila bottles, weed, ecstasy. Okay, the fuck. Now they say when she was pulled over, some kind of way she was released and she went back to work. Okay, they then caught up with her and said, "Girl, jail, prison now." Again, don't y'all be out here drinking and driving. Okay, know your limits. Know what to do. Know what. Why am I still going in and out? Know what not to do. Know when to sit down and say, "I'm too out of it to drive. Someone help me, help myself, so I don't kill someone today." But she didn't do that. Okay, so now she's in jail. May she rot in jail. Again, old girl. We just talked about her, was the last week. She was the girl who was on court camera, in her robe and stuff, giving her kids a jelly sandwich. Okay, on virtual court. Well, she has new charges now. Okay, because she crashed her car. Okay, and left somebody injured. Again, y'all can't drive. Why can't you? Do people still take driving lessons? I learned. Look, I'm a good driver. It's weird. So again, she was already in trouble for having. I think she didn't have like a license or whatever for the first look count. It was something minor. Well, now she's arrested and she's in jail because what she hit somebody and hurt somebody. Okay, she has $100,000 bond, ma'am. If you would stay at home in the damn road with the peanut butter and not be driving all crazy, like you would not be in jail. I need people to learn how to operate machinery called cars. Okay, because everybody being done for some reason or the other. Okay, the lady here in Detroit as well, shooting at the repo man because the repo man was taking her husband's car. Ma'am, you can't shoot at people. 38-year-old woman facing her charges at the police station. She opened fire on the repo driver last Thursday. Okay, over there by 94. The police witnessed her shooting at the repo man who was trying to tow the husband's car. I don't think you can legally shoot the repo man, people. Because if the repo man coming, you usually know they coming because you know you ain't paid the bill. So if you see someone with a tow truck coming to your car, you can't shoot at people. Let's see, Shaquanda Tankersley fired several shots at the driver, prompting police to fire to shoot at her. Okay, she was shot by the police and taken to custody, but she's in child. She has a $50,000 bond. Why? Because she's shot. You can't shoot the repo people. And the bad part is they was already having issues paying the car note. You're not gonna have bail money. You didn't miss work. Your husband gonna miss work because the car repo. You in jail. It's now a hospital bill. People need to make better decisions, and they're not making good decisions at the all, and that's just stupid. I think those are my dumbass stories that I want to get into. Ray J. I need someone to get Ray J into rehab. I need someone to call his mama or his sister or his wife. Call Jesus. Okay? Call Bishop Robbery. Matter of fact, no, send Ray J to whatever prison Bishop Robbery at and then let them help each other.
I was young. I was in love. I was being led, not leading. I was being filmed, not filming. I was being stripped of more than my clothes. They were peeling off my purpose, man.
I can't take him serious because of the music in the background. I cannot take Ray J serious because he is just. Is it crack? A part of me really feel like, where is Gator? Hold on, let me find Gator. I think it's crack.
I like getting high. I'm a crackhead.
It got to be crack, because what else could it be?
My peace, my legacy, my control, and still.
Again, I need y'all to get him into rehab. Okay, ASAP. Not today, not tomorrow, yesterday. Because anyway, it's insaneness. You know, it's stupidness that don't make no sense. Now, I used to watch Empire. I think a lot of us watch Empire. Empire has been off the air for a while now. Brashier Gray, who played Hakeem on Empire, he played one of Velvet. Was he Michael Bivins? I think he also played Michael Bivins in the New Edition story on BT. I don't know what he's been in since then. I think I think he be on OnlyFans, being like, gaily and sexually and whatever. However, he was arrested again, okay, for assault and battery.
An actor known for his role in the hit television series Empire is facing charges. Brashier Gray has an assault and battery charge in Chesapeake. The alleged victim told only 10 on Your Side's Andy Fox what happened. Andy?
This is the parking lot here at Homewood Suites. It was on Friday afternoon that well-known actor got into an...
He is not a well-known actor. Okay, let's not lie on people. Okay, let's not. He's not I don't think you can be on one show and you can't. Nah, I don't see him as a well-known actor. We just know him because he was on that one show that one time.
Argument with a member of his team. They ended up down at the magistrate's office. Today, 10 on your side went down to the magistrate's office, and believe it or not, we found the alleged victim.
It's an actor known for his role in
Dustin Wilkins down at the magistrate's office. He told us his preferred name is Chosen, claims to be a longtime friend of Brashier Gray, but took out an
At least his braids look nice, little plaits.
assault and battery charge against him after an argument Friday.
He is not a criminal, okay? And I'm going to stand on that. I understand what you're saying. You're good at what
Oh, this is interesting.
you do. The thing is that I cannot have people to diminish his character. Brashier is on a road to recovery.
Wilkins would not give details on what led to the argument, but Wilkins told the magistrate, as I was explaining to Gray, that he can't just leave the hotel without paying, adding, "You have enough problems. I am trying to save your life." He then charged towards me from around the car. Dustin Wilkins, "Have enough problems. I am trying to save your life." He then charged towards me from around the car, charged into me with his shoulder and fighting me as I was recording the incident over the phone, a blunt blow into me and punching me.
Brashier has mental health issues. We are helping him with that. That is our goal. Our goal is not to have him in jail. Our goal is not to have him criminally exposed.
Wilkins also told us after he filed the charge, he also helped Gray get a bond. Most people who take out a charge against someone doesn't then turn around and pay the bond to have him released. Why'd you do that?
Brashier doesn't need to be in jail. He can't survive in jail.
I have a few things to say. One, I feel like was y'all doing it? Was y'all doing it? Like, is that what happened? Was some doing it going on? Because
that's suspicious.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's weird.
I have a feeling. Look, because I've seen some of the content that is on Brashier's page that be on TikTok or whatever. I have not seen his OnlyFans, but I've seen the trainers teacher thing that he be posting on Twitter sometimes, on my timeline or whatever. I don't follow him, but I see it pops up. He is on, he does things, okay, and whatnot, okay. And I feel like, was y'all doing it? Because I'm like, I never understand when many men are at a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Maybe they were shooting some content. Okay. Maybe they were at the hotel shooting his OnlyFans content. Okay. And if he was under the influence of whatever, that got him upset, a fight ensued, and boom, pow, pow. But if you know that man don't need jail, why would you press charges? I'm not finna waste my time and my money, okay? Because if I press charges against you, but I don't want you in jail, eventually I gotta pay for you to get out. That's anyway.
He doesn't need to be in jail. He needs mental health help. He doesn't need to be in jail.
Enough problems.
We're gonna pray for Brashier. We're gonna pray that he gets better. Okay, we're going to pray that whatever mental health issues he got going on, that God will heal him, that he will heal himself, he will move on and be better. He really has not been right since Empire ended. And sometimes when people get a little bit of fame, they get some money, and then things fall off, they don't know how to recover. And it feels like he does not know how to recover from no longer being on a hit show, and he's just taking it out on booties, and that's on him, okay? Amanda Seales. Now, y'all know, y'all know, typically I am an Amanda Seales fan. Typically, I am supportive of Amanda Seales. I know a lot of folks don't like Amanda Seales, but I feel like, girl, what are you doing? Now, she was on her own channel, her own YouTube channel, minding her business. But of course, what she said made it to social medias, and I had thoughts about it.
Really still loving Obama? And I'd be like, still? And even if, like, you have an affinity towards Obama, when I see people, and when I say people, I'm talking about Questlove. I saw Questlove post something about Obama, and he was like, I've been seeing a lot of folks nitpicking Obama lately. And then I went to unfollow him, but he had already unfollowed me. So I don't know how at this point in this time people are still calling, like a friend of mine still like, but Obama and Michelle are my forever FLOTUS. And I'm like, why?
I feel like when people question, oh, why do you like so-and-so? Why does it matter? I feel like Amanda has a thought process. She has her own feelings, her own opinion. That is fine. But I feel like the same way people wonder why people still like you, why people still support you, why people still ride for you, even though they feel like, some folks feel like you are a troublesome individual. I am one of those people who still likes Amanda Seales, but I feel like questioning why someone still loves the Obamas is insane to me. I feel like even that, and she has a right to her opinion. However, it also feels a bit of rage baiting, because people who love the Obamas gonna come and be pissed off at you for even asking that question. I feel like people still like people because they like people. But to make it seem as if you don't understand why folks still has an affinity for the first Black family of the United States, it's like, stop being dense, Amanda. The same way folks still like you despite your shortcomings that people feel you may have, despite your attitude people feel you may have, people still like who they like. And for you to even call out, child, my neighbor, kid upstairs, went around. The fact that you even question Questlove supporting the Obamas, it's on this child. I just, because I like Amanda. I feel like she's a good person, but sometimes she get in her own way with this bullshit, and that's why folks don't like her. And I'm like, when I have to say, shut up, Amanda, oh, it hurts me. But again, girl, shut up. That is ridiculous. The same reason some folks still like you. Because they just do. And that's okay. Girl, and I was so mad when I was like, oh, why would you? Again, you can't talk as if the Obamas are a horrible family with horrible secrets who did horrible things, and why still like, it's like, girl, no one is saying the Obamas are perfect. No one is perfect. However, we love them and leave them be. Okay, get off that. Leave it be, Amanda. Okay, just stop. And I think that's why people felt like her commentary during the election was troublesome, because you kept drawing correlation to people not liking Kamala, which gave Colt 45 ammunition to be around here. It's like, what do you, girl? I try my best to support that girl, but girl, you put your foot in your mouth and you step on it, and we don't just stop doing that. Okay, leave it be, bitch. Leave it be. What else? I said we're not gonna be alone, y'all, because it wasn't nothing. Congrats, Michael Blackson, the comedian. Okay, who Michael Blackson was on some VH1 Love Show with old girl Rada, Michael Blackson was had many women. She was one of them. She then became the only girlfriend because child beat him down to it. They were on a couple of shows together. I know she was pregnant before. I think she lost a baby, but this time, congrats! They finally have a new baby and whatnot. You know, I think it's a boy. Okay.
Be an actor, comedian, baseball player, basketball player, football player. No football, no concussions allowed this family, okay? No CTEs.
So congrats to Michael Blackson and Rada. I just feel like that man showed his ass for a long time when it came to him and Rada in a relationship. I hope they have a healthy relationship now. I hope she has all of the things that she wanted from him as the man of her life. We are happy that a baby was born healthy and all those things. But I swear, I was like, y'all together for real? Anyway, congrats to them. Cardi B said, bitch is a single. Okay, Cardi was saying before she did not want to put her song outside as a single. She was against putting out, girl, we said put it as a single. We love the song. Okay, so Cardi's new single, Outside, off her new album, will be released this Friday. It is perfect for this weather. It is perfect for summertime. I feel like Cardi is finally trying to release her album. If she's putting one single off the album out, I hope. If this is coming out Friday, Cardi, your album needs to be out by July. That's it. Okay, by July, bitch, put it out. Okay, I love the song though, and we've only heard snippets of it, so I can't wait to hear the whole song and whatnot. Okay, so kudos to Cardi. Also, daddies around here. What's the man's name? Apollo and his sons. Okay, the fact that he has a grown son who looks just like him is crazy to me. But Apollo to show him and his 3 sons. Okay, congrats to him because I guess it's a new baby. You know what I'm saying? If a kid is yours and you didn't know the kid was yours and you find out it's yours, that's like a congrats, new baby, okay, adult baby. I don't know. 50 Cent's baby mama, not Daphne Joy, the first one. Okay, 50 Cent's oldest son's mom is on social media with her opinion. Okay, so 50 Cent's baby mama alleges that he beat up Daphne Joy. Okay, said she was asked to testify in the DV case with a declined because Daphne cheated her. Hold on.
Diddy trial is going on, and we all know my son's father is not happy with it. Like, he's not happy. But what Daphne is doing is indicative to her character. It was so also it's been rumored and known for years that she has been a pole girl from Vegas. Like that's known. That's known.
I feel like 50 Cent is a horrible person in general. I felt that way about him for a while, okay? But I also feel like the first baby mama coming for the second baby mama is crazy to me. I feel like even trying to have this conversation because, any alleged connection between Diddy, 50 Cent, and women, and don't do that. If you were aware that 50 Cent was beating her up, because allegedly you say he beat you up too, press the charges. Okay, press the charges. I'm saying this. 50 Cent is not a good guy. He just isn't. He may make good shows, but he's an asshole to his core. We know that by how he treated the son, the oldest son. But I also feel like the oldest baby mama, girl, I just don't think this is a time to come and speak out and trying to accuse Daphne Joy of her call girl era. I feel like it's the wrong road, wrong time, wrong day.
And he knew that when he beat her up in California, which everyone, he seems like that's just so buried how he beat her up. It was a domestic violence case in California. We all know the Point Clerk's office tried to contact me. Hey, y'all tried to contact me
Okay. I don't even care. I just feel like I don't like it. I don't like the fact that she's trying to use this Diddy case and the alleged connection that could be between Diddy, 50, and Peoples. I don't like it. Okay, I think the judge said before, hey, let's not insinuate who people may be. So it's like you and 50 been beat off for a long time. So to me, you don't even have any connection in his life like that. Like, let him be a fucked up individual, but let's not cross mingle the accusations against Diddy and trying to make it seem as if any victim of his may not really be a victim. Okay, go sit down, eat your food, and be quiet. Okay, I just feel like we don't need that information today. Also, Bambi and her new man Ray Face. Why Ray Face? Anyway, they got engaged on Love and Hip Hop. They were having an engagement party. A fight broke out between her fiance, okay, and production and staff of Love and Hip Hop, okay, and then they broke up. And he then was on social media, child, talking.
Going on, that's my heart, that's my boo, that's my bae. You feel me? We just engaged a week ago. You feel me? So it's like, love don't just turn off like that. You can have an argument, fight with somebody, that shit don't make the love go away. You feel me? So I still love Bam. I got feelings for him. It just, we fell out. We had a big ass fall out, and it ain't what nobody think. Everybody have fights and shit. You feel me? What happened was, it was an individual. I don't want to say his name because he's a pussy bitch nigga, and I'm gonna slap him when I see him. But long story short, it was a bitch, happy dick sucking nigga. This individual kept getting information from all these females, these miserable females who from my past.
Why his teeth look like that? Do people know there's supposed to be a slight line in between each tooth? Like, your teeth are not supposed to be like connected. His teeth look connected.
Who was mad because they see me with Bam happy. And he just kept telling Bam that. So at the end of the day, we had an engagement party. Then after the engagement party, I seen him like pull up at the end. So, me being who I am, I couldn't hold water. You feel me? So when I see him, I said something about it. And me and Bam got into it because she didn't like that I was getting her on her friend. So he finna get slid. You feel me? So me and Bam got into it over that. We ain't had no problems about no cheating. We didn't have no problems about no bitches. We didn't have a problem about no baby mamas. Nah, we got into it about her friend. And she took her friend's side. You feel me? And I understand. I can't, Bam a loyal person. I don't agree with it, but that's what she wanted to do. She took her friend's side.
Zell, they talking about Zell swag. Zell is always involved in people's shit. I feel like, when will the show be over? Mona Scott canceled this shit. Look, when you are in a relationship and you have friends, you don't want to abandon your friend for a new person. You don't want to do that. However, you also should make your friends should know, hey, be over there. Like, love me from afar. Like, I don't need you involved in my relationship, because once your dude is fussing with your friend, like, you're gonna have to pick a side, and it's unfair to both your man and your friend for you to pick a side. So I feel like, friend, unless you have proof of my man doing wrong, stay out of it. Okay, stay out of it and leave us be. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is your man and your friend fussing and fighting, and now you in the middle. And now your man fussing and fighting. So I'm pretty sure all of this will air on Love and Hip Hop, but I'm like, girl, keep it over there. Chrisette Michelle says she's autistic. Okay. A lot of people are getting diagnosed now as they're older. She said she was diagnosed as severely autistic. Okay. Okay. That's it. I don't. There are different levels of autism, for one, and being severely autistic may make people think one thing, and I think maybe seeing her over the years, they may think how, why, or whatever. But again, she's been diagnosed clinically, as she said. Hopefully, whatever issues that was holding her back in life, where she did not understand herself, she now does. You know what? Every time I hear a kid running around above I'm gonna buy a basketball. I am going to buy a basketball, and every time I hear a kid running above my head, I'm gonna bounce the basketball on the ceiling. That's what I'm gonna start doing, because it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent. Okay, I just thought I had that thought. Anyway, kudos to Chrisette Michelle. Cardi B showed off baby Blossom. Okay, we have been waiting to see the baby girl. Blossom looks exactly like her siblings. Okay, like Culture and Way. She's a cutie patootie. Okay, but she has Culture's face. Okay, she has Culture's whole face. Just a bit of offset skin tone. Okay, but she's a beautiful little girl. And look, because look, because the kid don't live there. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm like, I'm gonna buy a basketball, and we're gonna run it up. 3-point shots all day. Anyway, Blossom is Cardi B and Offset's third child together. Okay, Offset already had, I think, three of the kids elsewhere. So Offset now has like 7 kids? I don't know. Anyway, Blossom is adorable. But Culture, okay, Cardi, okay, Wave, okay, and stuff. Okay, but baby Blossom is adorable. Okay, adorable child. It's cute. So yeah, we have that. Okay. I was happy to see, I feel like I be happy when parents get on good terms, and seeing Hazel E and her baby daddy be at their daughter's graduation, and the daughter looks happy, they look civil. They could have been fighting in the car. I don't know. Okay. But I am happy they are both there for their daughter. And I had just said to myself a couple days ago, I was like, I am so happy that the era of Masika, Hazel E, and all of those Love Hip Hop rejects who were always be on the timeline. I was happy that we no longer seen their antics around here, but I was happy to see, Hazel and what's the man name? What's his man name? Is it Dante? Devon? It's not with a D. Devin? Is it Daryl? Derek? I don't know. But happy to see them celebrating their daughter graduating, going to, maybe she's going to, I don't know, she's going somewhere. Okay. But congrats to them, the parents, for getting along and whatnot. Justin Bieber, was he going some things? So he had posted a couple of tweets, he posted some texts, because I guess he had a friendship breakup, okay, because he was expressing his trauma, okay, he was expressing his emotions. And I guess whoever he was expressing themselves to was like, hey man, calm down when you doing too much or whatever. And Justin said, I will never suppress my emotions for someone. Conflict is a part of a relationship. If you don't like my anger, you don't like me. Now, I feel like there's a way to express anger without inflicting your anger onto other people on a consistent basis. No friend should have to suppress their emotions. However, there is a way to express anger without inflicting that onto other people. Okay. He said, my anger is a response to pain I've been through. Asking a traumatized person to not be traumatized is simply mean. No. I feel like you're never asking a traumatized person to not be traumatized, but you are asking, hey, you want me to respect your emotions. Maybe I can't handle your anger, and that's my emotion. You know what I'm saying? Because this is text, we don't know the intent, the content, or whatever. Friends said, I'm not used to someone lashing out at me. It's not that I don't see and feel your anger. Ouch. Okay. This friendship is officially over. I would never accept a man calling my anger lashing out. But if that's what it is, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with me, if I'm upset and angry, I don't have a right to throw that at someone else, even if that's my emotion. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes my anger can come off as lashing out. And I understand and accept that. And I check myself when I can feel myself lashing out. And I know I'm feeling that kind of way because it's me. You know what I'm saying? And I think to me, I feel like Justin is not trying to comprehend his friend's communication. You know what I'm saying? Because if, he may feel like you're lashing out at them. Okay. He said, I enjoyed our short-lived friendship. It's our relationship. I wasn't kidding when I told you I didn't need you as a friend. I have good friends who will respect these boundaries. I feel like this friendship shouldn't. Because, he then said, thought you were a pussy, which is why I always kept my distance, but I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. This confirmed you were the pussy. I was like, you called that person a pussy? This friendship is horrible. Okay, leave me alone. I'm blocking you, blah, blah, blah. Look, I know people like to leave space for anyone going through mental health issues or whatever, depression, whatever feeling. We want them to feel heard, seen, understood. A part of it that is understanding how you come off can be hard for people to take in. And this may not be the people who are there to take in your frustration. That is not, and that's okay. That don't make them a pussy. To me, that is you saying to your friend, hey, let me dump all over you. And if you can't take me dumping over you, you're a pussy. That's not good friendship to me. If I'm saying to you, I feel like you lashing out at me, what the fuck I do? And now a pussy? Girl, look. Just then, glad it wasn't me. I'd have cussed you out. I ain't got time. Lastly, is it last thing? Look, I left y'all. I told we not gonna be alone. I told y'all. Yeah, the regular stuff. Y'all, look, take a little 30 seconds, right? And take a minute. Take a minute, y'all, and like the video. And we're back. Okay. I wanted to discuss quickly because I discussed a little bit of the basketball wife foolishness from last night, and they were showing that Jackie's daughter, what's her name, Chantel, okay, was out here responding to stuff, retweeting stuff, reposted a reel about an immature parent, okay. I want to say this. I don't care how beat out I am with a parent, okay. Y'all know I have an issue with my mother and father. You can't pay me to beef publicly with people about my parent. You know what I'm saying? Basketball Wives is not a show to work out your mommy issues. And I need Chantel to get that. I also think she need to get Jackie Christie and Doug Christie are a unit. Okay? Nothing but death will separate them. And even when one of them died, they will probably go into the afterlife and be together. I don't like the fact that she is actively trying to beef with her mama on the TVs. Okay. I feel like, girl, go work out your issues off the show because people already know how Jackie is. So there's nothing you can say that will have folks feel like, oh, I had no idea. Girl, we know, but you should never allow people to cause you to beef publicly with your parents. Okay? You beef in private or you beef one-on-one, but you don't beef around other people who don't like your mama. That's just stupid. And that's all. I just had to mention that and whatnot. Okay? Now look, the peoples. Okay? Kenya was around here talking about Porsha ain't shit. Okay, but I feel like we've known for a long time that Porsha not shit, that Porsha's a bad friend or whatever, that she never felt like Porsha wanted Fallon. Porsha never wanted Shmia on the show.
Biggest storylines right now is Porsha and Shmia. They have been friends forever. Obviously, I've known of Shmia since Shmia was first on the show. I remember kicking Shmia, off of my boat when I was, on the show because she was sticking so closely with Porsha, and Porsha and I were falling out. But Shmia and I have gone back and forth plenty of times, at least several times that I know of, because of her rocky relationship with Porsha. Now, a lot of you guys may not know, I've actually had a conversation with Shmia a long time ago. And that was when Porsha and I were not on the best terms, and we're cool now. But this was when Porsha and I were not cool. Everything that I know about their friendship, I'll just tell you. I never felt that Porsha was supportive of her being on Housewives.
Hard stop. I agree. Okay. Everything else King said, I don't really care about because I think that was a hard stop. I feel like if you've watched Housewives of Atlanta, if you have watched how things play out over the years, Porsha did not want Shmia on the show at all. I don't know why. Because two people can be friends and be on the show. I feel like we've seen, other friendships last throughout the series. I think even Porsha knows that Shmia knows where bodies are buried with Porsha and her secrets or whatever. I think Porsha always wanted Shmia to be like her little friend, like my little friend over there or whatever. That's it. I think she feel like if Shmia's here, if Shmia has the husband, the house, the money, the kids, the life that I want, who am I? She has what I want, and now I'm her competition. But I'm not. We've seen that from Shmia before. We did not need Shmia on the show to see that Porsha didn't want her on the show. I think that's why they stopped being friends a long time ago. And it was easy for the friendship to remain because they weren't in direct competition. And now that they're both on the same show, one or both of them, Porsha, doesn't want Shmia to take her shine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I think we saw it coming. So Kenya calling out Porsha in a polite way to say, hey, She never wanted her on the show. She didn't. We knew that. Okay. Next up. They said Brit may cause Bravo to drop the Housewife franchise. I don't believe that for a second. I don't know where this came from. Okay, we know Brit filed a $20 million lawsuit against Bravo and other companies. But people are saying behind the scenes, oh, Bravo may want to end, or they're not gonna end all the Housewives shows. They may put Housewives of Atlanta on pause to handle the lawsuit that may happen. I don't see them trying to end the franchise altogether. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge franchise. Even Atlanta is still a huge franchise. I don't think Brit is going to get that much money in this lawsuit. I think she's going to get a couple $100,000 to make her go sit down somewhere and be quiet. I think once they get into a lawsuit, they get into discovery, they get to asking her questions about her past and all of that. I think once a full-fledged breakdown of what happened happens, she is not going to come out with millions. I don't think it's worth Bravo canceling all the shows for this. I don't. She's not the first person to sue Bravo, and she won't be the last. So I don't believe that. I'm leave that be. Diddy's trial is like, this is what, the 5th or 6th week of his trial. We do know that they got rid of the 6th juror. Okay, juror number 6, because this 41-year-old black man basically was not honest about where he lives. When you are on a jury, you have to live in the area of where the trial is. And I think at first he told him he lived like within New York. Trial starts, and in conversation he said to someone, like offhand comment, that he was now living in Jersey. Okay. And at one point he said, well, I live in New York with an auntie. Then was someone he lived with a girlfriend. And it was his story kept changing. If someone asked me, where do you live? I live in this city. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And even if you move, you have to let the courts know. So they got rid of that jury because they felt like if he's lying, if he can't give an honest response to where he lives, if he even if it's a mix-up, even if he legally lives one place but is always somewhere else, they still feel like he knew his residency wasn't clear. He chose to not be honest about that. So do you want someone on the jury who is kind of not being honest? You know what I'm saying? So he was put out the jury. And so Diddy team like, oh my God, he was black. He was a black man. Now the jury is kind of weird. And so they asked for a mistrial. The judge said no, we're gonna keep going. The trial every day is crazy. Okay, even today they brought up how their receipts, because Diddy was paying for hotels, flights, for escorts to fly from here to there, and that is called what? Sex trafficking. Some folks felt like, well, Cassie, if he was paying the male hookers to fly from New York to LA, from Miami to LA, from any time he paid for a flight for someone to come to him to have sex and to be paid for said sex, that is literally sex trafficking. Okay, so the prosecution is saying, hey, we have receipts for this. Okay, he was paying for flights. Okay, you can't transport, you can't do any of that. Okay, using credit cards. I was like, what do you but again, people sometimes break the law and don't know it because they think it's no big deal. So what if I'm paying for Dirk Dickler to come dig me down in LA? He's from Miami. So what? If he's in Nevada and Vegas and I'm over there in Pennsylvania, so what? It's like, bruh, no, okay. Look, they were saying that again, receipts. Over 12 years, Diddy already used his Amex card to fly escorts out, book their rooms, okay, you pay for their rooms or whatever. There was also hotel damages, okay, including a $47,000 charge, a $46,000, girl, money upon money, okay. You cannot pay for someone to come sex with you across state lines for money. Okay, for money, and you were paying for the men to come here and there for the. So again, Diddy, they like, sir, prison, jail, you're going away. Okay. Um, they showed the freak off tapes, not all of them. They showed a couple of clips of freak off tapes to the jurors. Okay, who was the crowd did not see or hear on the jurors or whatever. And I mean, it's like porn. You know, it's a little bit of porn, weird porn. Okay, difficult thing to watch porn. They were saying how one was giggling, one was disturbed. You know, I think it's because if Diddy is sitting up there naked from the waist down with a do rag on, that's funny. Okay, I don't think anyone's giggling at Cassie or whoever being abused. But it's a weird case to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why you don't know how to react. It said they received headphones to hear 3:11 to 12 in the video. First of all, why was y'all doing it? Because didn't they say these lasted for hours? But it was only like 11 to 12. I'm like, so what was y'all doing? Was the oiling down a part of it? I mean, 12 minutes of sex is good. I be busy. I got things to do. Anyway, so again, it says an older jury, shook their head, was upset, like, ugh, nasty. Okay. A male juror leaned in, eyes like on the screen. It's a child look. They said one juror a younger juror kind of giggled. I really want this trial to be over. I'm over it, honestly. Okay. Now, Aura of the Kelly. Now, I was up here minding my business this morning. Okay. And I was like, what did Overdose in prison? How? I said, does he have illegal drugs in the prison? Now, Aura of Robert Kelly. No, Robert Kelly told the people, hey, they trying to kill me. Okay, judge, I need you or Kofa to get me out of here. They trying to kill me. Get me out of here. Okay, so they're saying, allegedly, part of the people. Robert Sylvester Kelly, okay, claims he had a serious overdose. He's in solitary confinement. Okay, he said I was given extra medication by prison staff. Okay, he said he's in isolation. He's in North Carolina. The 50-year was placed in isolation on June 10th. 2 days later, on the 12th, he had some medication. Okay, they gave him some medication. The next morning, Kelly reportedly collapsed in his cell, had some dizziness, vision loss, fainting. He was rushed to Duke University, where the doctors determined he had been given a life-threatening dose and kept him under observation for 2 days. The legal team now alleged the overdose was intentional. Okay, after he said they want to kill me. First of all, if they want to kill him, they're doing a horrible job. Okay, they had a white supremacist person do it first, a dying one who didn't do it right. I feel like, sir, if they want to do it, wouldn't they be better at it? Would they be better? I said maybe it was accidental. Okay, and this is my thing too. If he feel like this president is trying to kill him, okay, transfer him. He should not be released from custody. Okay, he wants to be released from custody because he feel like they want to kill me. I don't agree. I don't agree. I think he don't like that anymore. I feel like if he thinks they want to get him, if he think they're after him, cool, let your lawyers know. I need to be moved. I'm not safe at this prison, but you should not be let free, sir. Okay, I don't even know why he is worth being taken out. He don't have that much money. He don't have no clout. He doesn't have any power. If the prison is a bad prison, okay, have him moved. You do not need to go free. He's okay. He recovered. We don't know what medication it is that it was too much of. We don't know what it was. Bring it. If the doctor say he was an overdose because of him being given too much of some medication, cool. Fire the staff who did it. Fire the staff who did it. Move him to a different prison, and let's move on. But he should not be let free. Not today. No, thank you. Stay around now. Okay. Now, lastly, what is man at? Child, where's didn't I say Tyler Perry? Child, what's Tyler Perry? Child. Who had Tyler Perry on here? I thought it was YBF people. I had saved it and I don't know where it went. Okay, I don't know where it went. We're gonna let's go here. Jasmine Brown. Okay, Tyler Perry sued. Okay, for $260 million. Okay, actor Derek Dixon played Dale on right. So it went. I don't know where it went at all. Derek Dixon played Dale on the Oval. I used to watch the Oval. I ain't watched it in a minute. So I did not know he also left the show in 2024. Let me go to TMZ as well. Because TMZ had a full child. TMZ be pulling everything. They be having the court paperwork, child, the transcripts, everything you need to know and stuff. But they were the first ones who had posted the lawsuit that the dude had sued. Now we know a couple. Was it last year? I think it was last year when Christian Keys came out accusing somebody of being inappropriate, but we never heard anything from that. Okay, so what Derek is alleging is a little bit similar. Okay, so we're gonna see. But Derek Dixon played Dale on the Oval. Okay, and to be quick before, is alleging he's suing Tyler Perry again for $260 million. Okay, but claim of harassment over the years. He met Tyler Perry in 2019 at events. He said that Tyler saw him, said, "Hey man, look, give me your number. I might have a role for you." He said he then was on Ruthless for I think 2 episodes. He then got on the Oval. So technically, I mean, Tyler did have a gig for him. Like that wasn't a lie. You know what I'm saying? So let's not like it wasn't. Again, so was on Ruthless for two episodes or whatever. He said in January 2020, okay, Tyler said, "Hey, come over my house. Okay, come on over." He came over. They had a friendship. Okay. He thought the friendship would lead to more acting gigs. Okay. Per the suit, I was at Tyler house. I drank too much. I would sleep in the guest room. It said Tyler got in the bed with him and started rubbing his thigh. Okay. He said, I told him, "No, I'm good. Don't rub my thigh. Leave my thigh alone." He said, but over the years, Tyler still remained interested. Okay. After the thigh rubbing and whatever, he got the role of Dale on the Oval. Now, he did not, the part where TMZ said, they did not say that, hey, they was doing it. Him saying they was doing it or whatever. Something like, did y'all have sex that night? Because, I mean, to say I was in the bed, he rubbed my thigh, I then got the Oval job. Okay, cool, boom. On that show, fine. He said once he got the role, okay, he said Tyler then was sending off sexually suggestive texts and stuff, asking him his sexual preference, and telling him he had sex with men. I'm like, well, Tyler, look, if Tyler Perry is gay, I don't care. Okay, he's gay, bisexual, fluid, I don't care at all. Okay, what he do, it ain't my business. Okay, he said, now Dale on the show was also Dale was a gay man ain't have much at all, was being kind of blackmailed and harassed by the white Secret Service agent on the show. Okay, so he said, Tyler, that's what I want. I want someone who's like dependent upon me. Okay. He then said, I felt like if I didn't like, kind of allow Tyler to do these things, he would like start my career. But I told him, hey, I'm not the sexual type. Okay, but I want my job. So I'm a kind of be fine, but I won't do it. Okay, you can look at me, but you can't bang me. Okay. He then said back in later on in 2020, he went to Tyler's house again. So the second time he went to the house, he said, I went to the house. Tyler hugged me and stuff. Okay, and he said, look, don't you like it rough? Grab his throat. Okay, look, if I think you want to bang me in a gay way, and I don't want to be banged in a gay way, I am not going to your house, because at this point it's obvious that allegedly Tyler wants to bang you. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like I would not put myself in that man's home, because I know he won't. Okay, and again, Derek Dixon saying that he's aware that Tyler kind of wants this and that. He said, but I said, no, I'm okay. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone, Tyler. Okay. He said it was text between both of them, back and forth. I'm Charlie's text. The text that I saw, these texts to me don't seem as sexually charged as I thought they would. When they first said, "Oh, is he?" and I didn't really get that. You know what I'm saying? What I did feel though is that y'all be talking. Okay, y'all be having conversation. You see the picture Tyler Perry by jet ski. Nice picture. Yeah, the water does look calm. Nice picture. Okay, great, amazing, awesome picture. You don't see that stud in the nice picture. Rude. Laugh about, yes, that's a stud. The conversation to me felt like it was flirtatious. It felt like they were friendly and like okay. I can call you later tomorrow or sometime. You have a really fresh voice and take on things. I don't know where this is going, but I laughed the entire time. I could see the world in characters. My exclusivity ends in 3 days. I want to I want to take losing it out. Amazon, again, they haven't talks about the show, whatever. But I'm like, this conversation don't seem sexually charged, in my opinion. The third one was like, right, and we just had a heaping dose of it, and now it's back to nothing. It's really weird. I don't have any contact. What are you talking about? I haven't been touched in months. Oh, you mean touching? I thought you meant being around people. Jacob, I love that you only say that when I'm being stupid. I guess the Jacob's dumbass version of me. Not dumb, but blonde. I just felt like the conversations, and I don't know if it's other texts that I just have not seen, but these texts to me didn't seem too risque. You know what I want to cook? Derek, spaghetti, cake, I'm drunk talking stuff. What's going on? What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? And this is sexual. Have y'all found that in therapy? Yes, it's the exact same kind of card, Geo Metro. Growing up, my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist, that's so cool. It was just weird conversation. And Tyler goes, unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. I mean, Tyler trying to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Tyler trying to bang. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Derek entertained it. He didn't go too far with he did not And from these texts, it did not seem as if he was like saying, hey, don't say that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I felt like he played along with Tyler's flirtatious nature. But again, when you are the boss, you can't do this shit because you have a lot of power. So it can be a point where your employee feels as if they have no choice. You know what I'm saying? The third one says, nice, Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How was your no? Is it stronger? You got to have a strong no. Yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. She heard Kanye say that it's real. Well, I don't think that, but I do think that you have to be able to say no and mean it and make it clear. I'll only say yes if it gives me an Oscar. Just kidding. I hear you. And I'm like, again, it's this friendly flirtatiousness between the two of them. Because he said back, well, the only one who could have gotten that for you through sex is in prison. So just stick to the no, unless you're really into him. Is Derek gay? And I think he was saying that, you know, because at this point in time, these texts are from 2021. So I think Tyler was saying, you know, Harvey Weinstein was the person who got people Oscars based on, you know, sex or whatever. So he was saying, you know, he's in jail. So I can't do that. But even Derek jokingly saying, hey, I'll only say yes to something if it gets me a Oscar. No, I'm not fucking for a buck. I don't want to do that. No. Okay. The next little text. Again, this is all old stuff from 2021. Why that photo make me jealous? You two together. He said, ha ha ha, don't know. It's just Brad. He just wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in. And now I'm walking to get Chipotle by myself. Thick Derek, get that Chipotle. Ha, you can tell from that photo. No, I can't. Only from your jeans. Ha, that's how I measure too. I'm not filling them out. I'm not working hard enough. Right. I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You're missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me, I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. Well, it's not this person, but yes, I want that. I want that too. I'm working on it. Therapy is helping. Again, there's a flirtatiousness between both of them because I feel like even having a conversation with a person who wants to fuck you about how thick you get. We're not discussing my thickness. Not at all. We see therapy is helping. No, not the person that's allowed. The same. I feel sorry for the person that you choose, and I won't even take an aspirin from someone anymore. I would cry if that wasn't so funny. What I mean by that is that you're so beautiful. When you finally are able to unlock your mind, you're going to make that person crazy. Tyler is trying to fuck. And I just feel like it's a clear cut, you know, like we flirting. I don't get that Derek is not playing along. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to victim blame or whatever, but I felt like I thought the text would be crazier. I know I need to smell the roses more. You are the rose, but you are so blocked that you refuse to be smelt or opened. Child, now you don't want to be smelt or opened. That's a good line. You are the rose, but you are so blocked that you refuse to be smelt or opened. Child, that is sweet. I'm working on it therapy. I'm really scared that I'm going to waste my life worrying. Been there, stopped somewhere in my late 30s, early 40s. Okay. The next one says, how do they make money then? Subscriptions. They make money from advertising, lots of money. I love how I feel right now, but I don't like being horny. Testosterone. Oh yeah, from the doctor, but it is making you feel better. I feel so good, but I don't like being horny. I feel sorry for the first person that flirts with me. Laugh out loud. You don't understand. The next one says, I tried, you call me. Hey, I think the hangover hit me harder than I thought. Can we talk later? Yes, it was quick, but okay. I really need to talk to you, my friend. Please call as soon as you can. Trying to do rooms on the boats. If I invite Bill, would you be okay sharing the room with him? Hey, I appreciate the invite, but I think I need some more time and don't think I can go in I think go on this trip. That's what he said. But again, I just feel like, yeah, it feel like he's not saying no. It feel like he is entertaining the conversation, not saying no, but saying I gotta wait, I gotta figure it out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, these texts are not a clear cut case of Tyler trying to, I guess, like get him like against his will. So there have been these little texts, they're like PDF scans. It sees that they are so stupid to think that, so stupid. I'm going to have a come and use this moment with them. I think I'm going to shoot them all. Get shot. What? I feel like that again. This text is not about them. That was a weird one. Let's see this next one. This is all stuff he put in the lawsuit, which I was like weird. It says, listen to me. If you let the cast know that you and I have a new friendship, then you are opening yourself up to a lot of questions and foolishness. You want them to know that you are there because of your talent, and not because we have a friendship or because Tony got me to give you a job. You earn your spot like everyone else. Don't give people an opportunity to play you small or they will. I can't teach you everything. Okay. There's some things you'll have to learn yourself. Because when we go back to work, I'm not going to know you. I don't have any friends that work for me, my friend. Professionalism is key. You're totally right. I hope you get it, my friend. That makes total sense. Just watch the behavior of everyone around me on set. Yeah, I will. Don't want to give anyone that. Again, I felt like this text here shows more that y'all was fucking around. I think Tyler's saying, no one should know about that we're close outside of work. No one should be aware of what's going on outside of work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to do. I don't even know how to take it, because that part of me feel like, every victim has a right to tell their story. You know what I'm saying? And they have a right to express what happened. Again, if he said we met in 2019 and 2020, you rubbed my thigh in the bed, I'm like, wow, put y'all in the bed. Okay. Then he did the neck thing. It felt like they were friendly and Tyler kept trying to press him. And that Derek was like, I'm not really sexual. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't feel, from what the text, it doesn't feel forced. However, it does feel like I am your employee. You are my boss. And if I do not go with what you're pushing towards me, I could lose my job. So, I fully get that. And him feeling like I couldn't say no. I felt like I had to play along or whatever, because, he was my boss. He brought up in 2021, June 2021, at his house. At this point, he said Tyler came in and gave him a good night hug. The moment the thing said Tyler came to get him a good night hug, why is he giving you, why? Again, to me, it feel like they had a close relationship, okay, getting to know each other, okay, because why is this grown man coming to give you a good night hug? You're not a baby. So that stuff to me is weird, okay. Anyway, he said when he came to give me a good night hug, he yanked down my underwear and groped my butt and said relax, and just let it happen. It's not gonna hurt. He said, nah, I can't, I don't want to, no, okay. And nothing happened. He then filed a complaint with the Equal Employment Commission in June 2024. He then quit the Oval. Okay, and now he's suing. Now, again, I'm not victim shaming or blaming. I am going to say I don't feel like the text I read that TMZ put out is proof of a forced relationship. It feels like they had a friendship and Tyler was dumb enough to play with the idea of having a relationship with someone who wasn't into what he was into. And Tyler was trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to see what he can get. And that is what Christian Keys accused somebody else of. We don't know who. I don't know. So parts of his lawsuit seems plausible, but it also feel like, was it a friendship or was it coercion from a employer to an employee? But here we go. He said, I want $260 million. Girl, that's a lot of money. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. I am tired. Look, I'm going to say this. If you are the owner of a business, if you are the person in charge, if you are, the HBIC of your corporation or whatever, you can't fuck the help. Period. Okay? At the end of the day, if you are the boss, you can't fuck the help. You know why? When the lines are blurred and you feel like this is a welcomed, flirtatious situation and whatnot, it might not be. Or if you are knowingly messing with someone who's under you, have some kind of mutual agreeable contract that says, hey, we dating. I'm not forcing nothing on it. You know what I'm saying? It's two people agreeing that y'all are messing around. When you are sneaking around and say, hey, don't let no one know, it comes off like, okay, let me see what now. Now, Tyler's team, his lawyer said, hey, this is not true. And I'm paraphrase. Derek and Tyler had a friendship. And unfortunately, Derek got close to Tyler in a friendly way. And it was a scam. So to me, what that means is Tyler and Derek had a friendship together. Okay? And Tyler was dumb enough to think it was mutual. And now you're paying the price. You have always cover your ass. Always cover your ass. Even if no one knows you're dating, there needs to be some kind of agreed upon contract that I'm your boss, yes, but you are agreeing that we are dating or messing around or hunting, whatever it may be. But these late night booty grabs, thigh rubs, all these texts, the fact that there's a text trail that lasted a couple years or whatever, it shows they had some kind of close friendship that Tyler either took too far or that Derek is using to sue. I don't know which one. Okay? But if you are the boss, don't fuck the help. Anyway, y'all, make sure to like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel, okay? And like that. I gotta go. I love you all. Bye.